familiar team names. So we look at the teams now being introduced. Valley Project Track Club, team featuring Dev Patel, Owen Mays, Caleb Huang, and then Brendan McMahon home. Westfield Track Club, Alexander Valencia, Emmanuel Ganeo, Ryan Daly, and Avery Keith. The cross-country national champions, the Harriman Track Club out of Harriman, Utah, Maxwell Hofhines, Andrew Marks, Jack Beckstrom, and then on the anchor leg is Will Stedman. The Oregon Distance Project featuring Taven Kitchen right there to your right, Caleb Doddington in the middle along with Josiah Tostenson and Nicholas Cube. The Westford Track Club, Jake Grayfield, Ryan Kyle, Adam Wedlake, and then Paul Bergeron coming off a lifetime best performance in the 2-mile, 8:39 just a couple days ago. Ballistic Response Athletics, Alexander Mazzeo, Jelani Teo, Alex Goodwardy, and Nick Mazzeo. WN Track Club, Michael Della Santa, Jordan Mazik, Gabriel Wise, and Benjamin Gableman. Calvert Hall will feature Ryan Warner, Max Miller, Caleb Mincy, and then Cameron Davis. Then just right up the road up in New Jersey, Union Catholic, Alex Saldana, Al Kamar Rojas, Keandra Kelly, and James Wishuin on the anchor leg. Ridgefield Track Club out of Connecticut, Magnus Manley, William Deanna, Charles Levin, and Stephen Hergenrother, the all-time Connecticut record holder in the true mile. Then the local favorites, Butler, better known as Tornado Track and Field, Owen Dressler, Landon Lacey, Zachary Sleer, and then Drew Griffith. Torch Track Club featuring Joey Lancey, Jesufumi Olubengla, Caleb Winford, and then Jackson Kane. And then rounding out the order, the group of Ridgewood, DJ Murphy, Victor Souza, Jack McKenna, and Luke Pash. Your boys championship distance medley championship section. And as I said, Serenity, this is one that's shaping up to be a good one. The top time in the country so far, 9:56.83 by Onalaska out of Wisconsin, just set a couple days ago. But the meet record's certainly in jeopardy, especially when you have teams like Harriman, the Oregon Distance Project, going head-to-head, once again, with some really strong groups.
Absolutely, and we have the New Balance Nationals outdoor defending champions in it as well, with Richfield out of Connecticut. Manley and Hergenrother, they're both returning from last year, and they were on that winning team, and they also won the DMR indoors. So to have such good competitors all in one section, once again, is going to be great to see.
Kitchen lead things off for the Oregon Distance Project out of Central Point, Oregon, located in the southern point of Oregon. And Hofheim for the Harriman Track Club out of Harriman, Utah. Both powerhouses in their right states. And a little anticipation from the reigning champions, Ridgefield. Manley there for the 1200 leg. We'll keep close taps on Harriman, Oregon Distance Project, and Ridgefield. And it will be a third time that will be called to the line. A lot more nervous energy in this one. As the championship section underway now here in the boys distance medley relay. High school national record belongs to South Lakes out of Virginia, set back in 2001, 9:49.78. Time that hasn't been hit in 23 years. Not very many teams in high school history have gone under 10 minutes in this event. And the Oregon Distance Project has come close to running a sub-10 performance during the indoor season, especially when they had Tyrone Gorzi on their team back in 2023 when they won the New Balance indoor national title in this event. And they ran exactly 10:01. And actually, the only guy that was on that team back in 2023 is the anchor leg for the Oregon Distance Project in Josiah Tostenson. As expected, Harriman, Oregon Distance Project, Ridgefield right there in 4th position, and then it's Westfield Track Club in 3rd.
I'm interested to see which team decides to take this one out really hard. Like we were saying earlier, it's really all down to that anchor leg, yes, but it starts with this lead leg. And it looks like it's Oregon Distance Project who's going to go ahead and take over the lead, but this will definitely not be a blowout by any means.
Taven Kitchen to the lead for the first time for Oregon Distance Project. Harriman in 2nd, then the reigning champs Ridgefield in 3rd position. 159, 158 or so through the 800, so a quick pace to start things off here on this 1200 leg. Kitchen has also had himself a very, very busy week. He's ran 2 5Ks in one day. Tried racing 1 5K. He did 2 5Ks in one day earlier this week. And now it's the defending champs, Ridgefield. Now Harriman battling up front. Ridgefield to the lead, Harriman 2nd. Kitchen trying to respond back for the Oregon Distance Project. Here on the 1200, the top 3 teams as expected leading through the first 1200 leg. Harriman to the home straightaway first, Oregon Distance Project 2nd, and then Ridgefield 3rd. As Harriman first at the 1200, 2:59.11 for Maxwell Hoffhines. Kitchen 3 flat, and then Ridgefield also 3 minutes. As it's Andrew Marks for Harriman on the 400 leg, and then Nicholas Cube for Oregon Distance Project, and William Diana of Ridgefield.
And Kitchen took a pretty tough fall there at the exchange, but it is still all Oregon Distance Project, but a pack is coming for him.
And give credit to Harriman too. None of these guys are all 400 meter runners. This is an entire distance heavy team as they fall back into 5th. And now Oregon Distance Project will be Caleb Doddington for Oregon Distance Project on the 800 leg. Westford in 2nd, 49.49 for the Oregon Distance Project, 48.52. How about Westfield Track Club, 47.96 by Emmanuel Gayetanilo.
That was a blazing 400 leg.
Doddington, Charles Lovett, and then Westford's Adam Wedlake. Harriman now into 5th place, trying to work their way back up. Doddington, Lovett, Wedlake here, come up in the 400 meters. And it's 1 lap remaining on the 800 leg. Westfield into 4th, Harriman in 5th, but the pack is now down to 3 here on this last lap of the 800.
And Westfield, who's sitting in 3rd right now, they're 4x800 won a couple of days ago, so they definitely have the speed for this, and we're going to see if they're going to be able to catch up.
Of the 3 out front, Doddington the most relaxed as Lovett, the arms going everywhere, and Westfield just trying to hang on. As you said, they've already ran a 4x8. And at this point, are running on fumes here. A lot of it, rather than everybody here racing today, is running on fumes. Doddington into the home straightaway with the lead. Richfield, the defending champions, in second. Nice close here from Levitt, as it will be Oregon's Josiah Tostenson, and then the Connecticut mile record holder Hergenrother on the anchor legs.
And we spoke about how important these handoffs are, especially on this level as well. It's not just about, 4x1 handoffs are very important as well, but for distance races, Oregon Project was in the lead, but Richfield was able to cut in perfectly and get the lead now, all off of that handoff.
152.75 for Doddington, 152.06 for Lovett, as Westfield makes their way back up to Tostenson and Hergenrother. At this point, they are well under the meet record time of 9:56, and as well as the high school national record of 9:49. Anything faster than 4:07 would get the job done for a national record and a national title. So right around 58, 59 seconds on that first 400. Now Stedman of Harriman makes his way back up. Another athlete that's close to sub 4 mile contention. Ran 4:02 altitude in Utah. Continues to be Hergenrother, Tostenson, and then Avery Keefe for Westfield. But here comes Will Stedman of Harriman. No surprise, the Mustangs back in it too. Keep an eye on the clock, just coming up on the 7.5 minutes on this 800 of the 1600 leg.
And Hergenrother, he has the experience to run on this level. He was a part of the DMR last year that took the win. So we're going to see if he can use that experience to his advantage.
1:59, 2 minutes at the 800. There's no change. Continues to be 3 men single file here as they hit the backstretch. Hergenrother, Tostenson, and Keith. Stedman in a class of his own back there in 4th position. There you can see Tostenson pressing on the heels of Hergenrother as they're coming up onto one last lap. This is the penultimate 100 meters into the bell lap. And the meet record 9:56.84, and the high school national record 9:49.78. And they're within striking distance. Serenity are going to need a sub 60 effort to get through at 9:49.
Richfield in the lead, Oregon distance runner swinging wide. Westfield, Oregon distance runner swinging wide.
Hergenrother, Tostenson going head to head here as they hit the backstretch now. Westfield falling out of contention. 2 of the top milers in the country duking it out here as they hit the backstretch. A classic race developing here at New Balance Nationals Outdoor. Less than 200 to go for Hergenrother and Tostenson as Tostenson moves onto the outside to his shoulder. But Hergenrother responds. 9:33, national record within sight. Tostenson onto the outside. Hergenrother responds. Tostenson, it'll be Tostenson at the line. National record for the Oregon Distance Project, 9:44.30. .402.04 for Tostenson on the anchor leg. And Hergenrother 4:02.18. That is what you call racing. Matter of fact, championship racing, if you will.
A record that has been standing since 2001. That is what you call competing, but we have to give some credit to Richfield as well, the defending New Balance Nationals champs. They pushed this pace and they pushed this record. And they also came 9:44.44, and they also dipped under that record as well.
Continue to look at the splits, and to no surprise, the guy that actually had the fastest split of the day was Drew Griffith, 4:01.39, coming off a sub-4 performance. But the spotlight on the boys from Central Point, Oregon, one of the smallest schools in the state of Oregon. Not very many graduating in their graduating class. And you're looking at the new national record holders in the boys DMR, 9:44.30.
That's all I can really say is wow, because oh my goodness. From start to finish, they executed everything perfectly. Right from the leadoff leg with Tavon Kitchen. And he did take a fall when he was giving the baton off. But Cube, he held on with his 400 leg. It was tough when he was getting the pressure from Richfield right behind them. But they were able to hand off nearly at the same time. And Richfield did have the edge there going into their anchor leg.
And how about this finish right here between Hergenrother and Tostenson within the last 75 meters. Tostenson swings wide right and just